Here we're at Club One Fitness with Tony Mo Better Jetter. People sometimes fail to realize what a world ranking means and how far it goes. So Tony, explain to them what your ranking is and who it's with.
I'm rated 15th in the world in the WBC. That's a world ranking. I'm in the top 15, which makes me eligible for a world title shot, an interim, an eliminator. I can fight anybody in the top 15, which is, it's a huge deal. I mean, to be among the top 15 in the world is something that you dream of when you first start boxing, become a champion, get rated, you know, and so forth, be among the elite. And right now, I'm, you know, in that group. I mean,
now, the person at the top of that list, the list that you're on,
right.
Sergio Martinez.
Yes.
Now,
one of the best fighters in the world.
Exactly. Now, that should let people know how serious this is to you and how much this means to you being on the top 15 on the list with Sergio Martinez in the 160-pound division.
Yeah, it's an honor to be on that list, and I just want to keep fighting and keep climbing the rankings at this point. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is to continue to win. And my name's getting floated around with some big dogs. People have called me recently, you know, and I think once you get the rating, people, like, I've definitely gotten some calls recently for some bigger fights. At this point, I just need to get a couple more wins and see where we are, but it's a complete honor. 95% of all the fighters in the world will never make it to the top 15. Not saying that they're not good enough, or they're, you know, it's just, it's all about management and who you fight, when you fight, how you go about your career. And I think that's why it's so important to have somebody with some type of knowledge that's guiding your career, because to get to that point, it takes, it's not just about being a great fighter, because there's a ton of great fighters that never make it out of the club level, you know.
See, what people have to understand in boxing, when you get to a certain level, it's just not about being in the ring anymore. You have to make good business decisions to keep you exactly where you are in the rankings and the monetary side of it.
Right.
You know, your fights are over for $500. Those fights will never happen again for you.
No.
Not with the ranking you have. So with that ranking, people have to understand you just can't fight anybody anymore. You look for the big payday.
Right.
Basically, that's what it's about. You want the big payday, because the bottom line, yeah, you take punches, you throw punches, but at the end of the day, when you go home, it's about putting the check in the bank.
Right.
And that's what you have to understand.
And I'm going to tell you, those paydays are right around the corner. I mean, and it's been a long road, and I just need to keep traveling this path I've been on. And I think, you know, I haven't had anybody help me except myself. I've been self-managed and self-promoted. So everything that I've done, everything that I've achieved, I've done myself. And you know, I got to continue to do it. I mean, the journey's not over at this point. Number 15 in the world, I want to be in the top 10. You know, I want to get to something bigger, an interim title, eliminator, something that's going to be meaningful. Obviously, I think Martinez is not going to, you know, he's at such a different level. That's why he hasn't fought the #1 guy, Spada, yet. And Spada's been #1 for years.
Yeah, and you have in this game,
so
when you get to a certain, you have to protect your position.
Right.
Basically, and doing that, that's why everybody who knows about boxing knows that when you're at a certain level, you don't fight or you don't take certain fights because you're trying to protect yourself to get to that next level. And when the timing is right, when you feel the payday is right, then you go for it.
At this point, it is prize fighting. I mean, when you get to this point, it's actual prize fighting. I mean, you're not fighting for those
just for the record.
Right. Bologna sandwiches anymore. You're on a different level, and I'm just happy to be a part of the group, and I'm just trying to continue to grow. Got a couple more fights, and hopefully I'll be at that point where we could really do something big. And whatever fight I get, I will always come to win. Like, whoever I fight. I mean, it won't be like, I'm not going to go out there and be like, I'm so happy to be here, let's touch gloves, let's hug up. Like, I'm going to be the same guy like I told you before, kill, kill, kill. When I hit the ring, it doesn't matter who I'm in there with, but prior to any fight, I'll be, as chill as I can.
Yeah, because at that level, like you said, you want the big paycheck, and you're not going to do it just for that paycheck. You want to move elevated. Right. You know what I'm saying? You want to beat that person in front of you to jump to the next level. For the person that's out just for the money, it's a different thing. Maybe he's on his way out. He knows he's not going to be fighting too long. Then I can understand, okay, yeah, I'm going to get the big payday so I can retire and call it quits and I got something to sit on. But now, like the people in this area, they don't really recognize what your position is, having that 15th ranking and knowing what you have to really secure and actually take control of in your own career as far as being at that level and maintaining yourself at that level. They just see you as Tony Jetta, the guys they see you at the gym, see you at the amateur fights, But on the business side, you have to really work hard to do what you do,
Yeah, I mean, it's a total investment, and with the investment, you got to guard the investment. You don't want to lose your investment at this point. So all the way around, I mean, it's something that you're constantly working at it, but you're constantly trying to guard it, because it is at this point prize fighting. And when you're fighting for a prize, you have to be totally smart in every move you make, and it's like chess. One bad move, checkmate, done, over.
Because every fighter in this area, that if they were in a position that you was in, or you are in, with their manager, with their promoter that has them, or whoever they're dealing with, their trainer, they would be in the same mindset that you are, trying to protect what you have and move forward for the big payday.
Yep.
And see, that's what in this area, that's what people have to understand. And you're not big-headed about it. Okay, yeah, you're Tony Jetta, the person that they known for years and seen you around when you wasn't here, you know what I'm saying? When you wasn't winning like this. But now that you are, they need to understand that, okay, I can respect him. He's doing what he's doing. He's trying to elevate it a little bit. It's just not about Tony no more. He's throwing fights and trying to put in the area. So hopefully they'll understand that. And so when they see you, they'll know, okay, hey, what's up, champ? And they can understand that.
And I'll tell you, Juan, like, Jetta Promotions, we're trying to help other people achieve what I've achieved. And there's fighters in this area that are 10 times better than me. I mean, we have one of the strongest areas in the country for fighters. I mean, we got some really good fighters in this area, and I think Jetta Promotions can help a lot of guys, and I think we're going to help Phil Jackson and Makoto Taylor achieve their dream to move on to that next level and out of this club level. Yeah,
and what you saying that you saying with your own mouth that, hey, there's tons of guys out here that's better than you. Yeah. But like you said, you're in the position right now. Those guys might be better, but they're not in the position that you are. Right. So you just taking advantage of your position to get that big payday like you want to get.
Yeah, the opportunity.
There you go.
I made the right decisions at the right time. And I've been in boxing a long time. I've seen a lot of good fighters that never made it. They either wore it out in the gym. They were just, by the time they did get to a fight, they were just so broken up and beat down. And there's so many stories like this in boxing. But ultimately, to get to this level, you got to work hard. You got to be smart about every move you make. And I think there's a lot of people in this area that are going to be able to make it to that level, and I think they got a lot of good people behind them. So and I think Jetta Promotions is going to help out with getting people to the next level, like myself. At least getting them a chance to make it to that level. At the end of the day, nothing is guaranteed for anybody. And I'm just happy to be in a situation where, I do have a chance to do something. Whether I do it or I don't do it, the world might end tomorrow. I have no idea. But I have made it to the point where I am in position to, move forward to something that's so much bigger. So which is cool. You know what I mean? And I think that there's a bunch of people here that could do the same exact thing. They just got to make the right decisions. And I think, you know, people could follow my blueprint, you know, what I've done, you know, and they could take a note out of my book on how to, you know, maneuver yourself. I never signed with any manager. I didn't sign with a promoter. I was
not taking anything from that, but you just saying what you haven't done.
You know, maybe I will be a good manager when I'm done boxing. Everybody tells me I'll be a phenomenal manager just because I know the game. Am I the best promoter? Am I the best fighter? Am I the best match? No, not at all. I'm not the best in anything, but I think I'm pretty knowledgeable in everything. I think I have like a grasp on everything, and I think my fighter relations, because I am a part of a community. Like, people can come up to me because they know I've been sparring, I've been running, I've been doing hills, I've done this, I've done that. They can relate to me, unlike other matchmakers and other promoters. They can say, you know what, this dude's been grinding like me. You know, he knows what it's like to fight for no money, to sell tickets, to do this, to do that. I mean, I think people sometimes get it mixed up that, you know, I'm like teetering a fine line, you know, with I'm sort of both. You know what I mean? That's why I think your point is, I think people forget that I am on both sides. You know, and I do have a ranking, I am promoting shows, I'm doing the matchmaking, whether, just like I said, I don't think I'm the best. You know, I think there's so many better people out there than myself, and I think there's better promoters than Jetter Promotions locally. I think Keystone is phenomenal. I think, you know, the Langs, even though they're bitter about what happened, I think they do a really good job. I think J.D. Brown, you know, and I can say that and not have the hate in my heart. I think Vinroy July is going to have a great card. I love some Vinroy July, and I say that all the time. I just want to be in his. I want to walk in his entourage and just say hard work. You know what I mean? I just want to yell hard work. I love that kid, but everybody, you know, just like I said, I think everybody in this game needs to, you know, pull together, and they could get to that next level. And I'm just happy I am where I am, and I am rated number 15 in the WBC. I've got a bunch of regional rankings, and I'm trying to continue to move up.
There you have it, Mo Better Jetter, 15th in the WBC. That's in the world ranking, right under Sergio Martinez.